accident. It didn't happen because of gravity. That change is because of who government works for.
That's right.
When I was a girl, go back and look. In Washington, the question asked when they set the minimum wage was, what does it take a family of 3 to survive? What does it take to give them a toehold in America's middle class? A chance to earn enough that they can start building a secure future. Today, the question asked in Washington is, where's a minimum wage that will maximize the profits of giant multinational corporations? Well, I don't want a government that works for giant multinational corporations. I want one that works for our families. Like I said, the boys, they all went off and joined the military. That was their chance. Me, I had a different dream. I have known what I wanted to be since 2nd grade. Oh, I hear some of you laugh. Some of you didn't decide till 3rd grade. 4th grade over there. Now for me, I've known since 2nd grade. I wanted to be a public school teacher. Can we hear it for America's public? Yeah! And I started working on it early. I used to line my dollies up, teach school. I was tough but fair. But by the time I graduated from high school, we didn't have the money for me to get a college application, much less 4 years of college, which is what it takes to be a public school teacher. So, like a lot of Americans, I don't have exactly a straight path. I have some kind of twists and turns and kinks and so on in my path. So here's how my story goes. I got a scholarship to college. Yay! And then at 19, I fell in love. Yay! And got married to the first husband. And dropped out of school. And took a minimum wage job answering phones. And a good job, a life I had chosen, but not the dream. And then I found it. 45 minutes away, a commuter college that cost $50 a semester.
Wow.
Yep, for a price that I could pay for on a part-time waitressing job. I could get my 4-year diploma, and that's exactly what I did. I graduated. I became a special needs teacher. I have lived my dream. Now, I've got some special needs teachers in here, I can already tell. They will, I think they'll back me up on this. It's not a job, it's a calling. And I probably would still be doing it. I loved it. I truly loved it. But there's another twist in the story. By the time I get to the end of the first year, I am visibly pregnant. And the principal did what principals did in those days. Wished me luck, showed me the door, and hired someone else for the job.
Right.
Great. So there I am, I'm at home, I got a baby, I can't get a job, what am I gonna do? I got this crazy idea. I'm gonna head off to law school, yeah. I find a public law school, $450 a semester, and baby on hip, I go off, I do 3 years of law school, and graduate visibly pregnant. You will discover a pattern to these stories. All right. So, I graduate from law school, I practice law for 45 minutes, and then head straight back to my first love, teaching. I trade little ones for big ones, and spend my career teaching. And I teach about money. If it was about money, I was out there teaching it. So it's contract law, commercial law, corporate finance, economics, bankruptcy law, debtor creditor. I got it all. That's what I taught. But there was always one central question to what I did. And that central question was, what's happening to working families in America? Why is America's middle class being hollowed out? Why is it that people who work every bit as hard as my mother did find the path today so rocky and so steep? And for people of color, even rockier and even steeper. Just like the answer on minimum wage. It's who government works for. There's decisions being made in Washington. Think of it this way. Our federal government in Washington, it works great, fabulously for giant drug companies, just not for people trying to get a prescription filled. Right? It works great for investors in private prisons, just not for people whose lives are torn apart and whose communities are destroyed. Oh, and it works great for giant oil companies that want to drill everywhere, just not for those of us who see climate change bearing down upon us. That works great for the rich and not so good for everybody else. That is corruption, pure and simple, and we need to call it out.